Hi guys, I felt called to make a video today to share a little bit about why and how I'm here in Peru and this medicine path, this medicine journey, why it's brought me here, what this looks like, and a bit about this soul calling, this soul path to awakening that I truly believe is so important for all of us to be following right now in the world as we're all navigating a lot of confusion and looking for truth and not finding it in any one place. Really finding it in here is the way to go. So, just to give a little background on why I'm here, I spent a month in Tulum, Mexico, really based on something that I thought I wanted in my life after leaving Portland. After spending the pandemic in Oregon this year, being really grounded, I thought that I wanted to be in Tulum. It checked a lot of boxes that my mind thought were right for me. You know, this conscious community, digital nomad, a place that I could continue working on my business, continue growing, kind of ride out the lockdown stuff of escape America. And essentially, I got there and it was not the path that was right for me. I realized that I had been holding this vision of an old part of me, an old life that's just, it wasn't working. Let's just say that. I immediately felt like I wanted a deeper journey in myself. I wanted to connect with nature. I wanted to connect more with plant medicine and to dive deeper on my soul's path to what I'm actually here to do. Like there's no more time to waste, right? Rather than kind of floating around in this fluffy place where it didn't actually feel authentic to me. It felt like escapism and avoidance, and there was a lot of shadow. So just FYI, sorry. I mean, if you're there loving it, no offense. I just did not resonate with the vibe there, and there was a lot of challenges that came up for me, not just logistically but emotionally and grounding wise, and it was really, really tough. I did not feel comfortable at all, which, not that we should run from discomfort. Discomfort is great, but after a while, after a month, and you're just feeling like shit, it's time to assess and reassess, where is my soul calling right now? And this is just another reminder that yes, we're in a pandemic, yes, there is a lot of fear and uncertainty right now. Does that mean that you don't have permission to follow your soul calling? Hell no. I want to be your walking permission slip. I am following my soul calling to be here, to work with medicine, to work on my business, to work on my soul's creation, to share my world, to create art, to write, to work, to play. This is what I'm here to do. Even more so than ever in the global pandemic where there's a lot of fear and uncertainty, and we need to direct to our truth within. I am committed to centering and directing into my inner truth so that I can help others to center in their own inner truth. Because this is how we rise. This is how we wake up. This is how we awaken during chaos, which is so necessary right now. So, long story short, I stayed at this place called Wachuma Wasi last year I stayed in Pisac, but I was coming to do ceremonies here, Wachuma ceremonies. There's an episode on my podcast, which is by far, it's like times 6, the most popular episode on my podcast about Wachuma. You can find it, I don't remember the number, but it's the healing power of Wachuma with Sergey Baranov, who is the shaman that I'm working with here and living with, and along with a small community of other people on the medicine path. And we're here, we are living in this house, we are sitting in ceremony every few days and really diving deep into the magical awakening essence of this medicine, this cactus medicine. And in the other days, I'm here in this space, working, living, reading, creating just really simple, slowed down life, right? Away from, this bustle of whatever. Like, there's no bustle going on anyways right now, right? Like, a lot of places are locked down. Mexico was kind of crazy. And I'm very happy that I left to be authentic. But I feel immediately after arriving here so grounded and at home. I mean, you can see behind me, like these Andes Mountains are right here. And it's like, I almost immediately asked, why have I been running from myself? What have I been running from? What have I been looking for out there in these communities, in these places, in people that I don't even know that I think are going to give me some kind of fulfillment or validation, right? Or just chasing my same life of living in Wi-Fi cafes, like going to Wi-Fi cafes, co-working spaces, like that's been my life for the past 8 years. And what if there's something more? What if life is here in the mountains, in the rivers, in medicine, in our truth? What if our soul path emerges from a space where we feel more alive than the world has showed us we are supposed to be the things that we're supposed to be doing, right? What success is. What if I can create my version of success from this little village in Sacred Valley of Peru with a small community of conscious medicine people? And that is my version of success here, to share whatever it is that I have to share with the world, right? I'm only saying this because I want to give you permission to listen to your heart, your soul's calling. What is that right now? How are you going to show up in the face of all the fear, all the uncertainty, all the chaos and confusion, and say, hey, this isn't my fear and confusion. I'm pursuing what I need to do, whatever that looks like. I'm not saying like quit your job in a pandemic. If you've lost your job, maybe this is a time to inquire deep within, to sit in silence. Are you actually okay in this moment, right? Maybe there's fear and uncertainty about the future, but right now, right here, can you take a breath in and a breath out? Are you alive? Are you breathing? Are you vibrating, right? Like, are you here? Yes. Okay. Next moment. How can you be with what is? And ask yourself some questions as we close out this year. I really like to vision for the next year ahead and close out the past year. So I ask myself, what am I grateful for about this past year? Even in a year like 2020, what am I grateful for? What gifts have I gained? Where have I been challenged? And from those challenges, where have I grown? What do I want to let go of? And who do I desire to become in the year to come? Who do I desire to be? And what needs to happen in order for me to become that? So these are some questions you can start to ask yourself as we transition. And more than anything in these final weeks of 2020, be gentle with yourself and your heart. Love yourself and ask, what is my soul's truth? What is that? Where do I need to give myself more focus to awaken what wants to come through, right? Who am I? What matters to me right now? And give yourself permission to set aside the fear so you can hear that. All right. This was a very rambly video that I don't even know what I'm going to title it, but I'm sending you all so much love from the Sacred Valley, from the Wachuma House. Yeah. Mwah.